Hey guys, welcome back to the second episode of Front Row Seats. We're very excited for this episode. We've been looking forward to this a lot. Owen, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Living life in quarantine.
I know,
Still
yeah.
getting me down, but it is what it is.
Well,
Still
before
going.
we get into what we're going to do today, I just want to say a quick thank you to. We got quite a good response, didn't we, for the first video,
Nice.
especially on
Yeah,
social
nice.
media as well.
Well, it's like one of them little intro videos, so it was nice to see that people engage with it, which is, it's always a good sign.
Exactly. But yeah, so we'll go straight on today. We're doing about things. Something I love apart from football is conspiracy theories, big time. Where Owen's very anti-conspiracy theories, don't believe in many conspiracy theories. Do you?
I don't mind them. There's some that I like, but majority of them I just think it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, I've got
I'm
10
intrigued.
that I doesn't know
Intrigued
about
for
yet. Well, some of them are, I don't believe in all of them. Some of them I do believe in a lot, but we'll get on with it and we'll see what he'll give. We'll both give our rating out of 5, how likely the conspiracy theory is. 5 being definitely the conspiracy is true, 3 being 50-50, and 1 being not a chance, it was just coincidence.
Nah, it's just a coincidence, yeah.
So I'm going to start with one I definitely think is a 5, right? Okay? 100%.
Oh, go on then.
Shout out to Big Tasty for this one, as he's a Chelsea fan. Chelsea versus Barcelona, 2009. The game. Stamford Bridge semi-finals. I'll set it to you. Semi-finals of the Champions League, right? Man U and
Okay.
Ronaldo have already got through to the final. Yeah, they already had an two English teams in the final the year before. That was Chelsea, Man U, and Terry slipped. So UEFA did not want another English final.
Makes sense.
Messi versus
Understand it.
Ronaldo, right? 0-0 at
That's
the
the
new
big
camp.
one.
Goes Stamford Bridge, right? One of the most famous games in history when it comes to refereeing, in my eyes. Chelsea go 1-0 up in the 9th minute with a thunder strike from Michael Essien, right? Good goal.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen the goal. We know the goal.
Um, then Malouda, I believe, Malouda, running down the left wing, cuts in, just inside the box. Dani Alves basically blocks him to get a foul on a free kick.
Yeah.
Should have been a penalty. That's the
Yeah.
first one. Second one, Drogba, and you know what I'm on about. Drogba, he goes 1-on-1 with the keeper, gets pulled
Yeah.
down by, I want to say, Abdul, I believe, and clearly it's pulled down and nothing's given. Right? So there's two penalties there that Chelsea should have got. That could have been 3 or 2-0 by that point.
There's a bit of a trend, isn't it?
Bit of a trend. But then fair enough, Barcelona got a red card in the 60th minute when Abdul kind of pulled down an Elka, but I'm 50-50 with that one. So you could say maybe that's counteracting the penalties in the
Yeah.
first half.
Is he trying to
But on the
make up?
81st minute, this is when it gets really interesting. Anelka flicks the ball past PK, and if the ball goes past him, Anelka's 1-on-1 with the keeper, right? Probably slots home, or at least 1-on-1 with the keeper. PK rises his hand, the ball hits his hand like that.
Yeah.
Penalty. Everyone in the stadium knew it was
You
a
could
penalty,
see it from the camera.
but the ref.
Yeah, you could.
I was 81st minute, 90th minute, and he scores out a worldie. You know, when it comes out to him and he hits it and he goes top corner.
Yeah.
Boy runs down the touchline, loving life, right? Fair enough. Fair goal. But then Chelsea in the 92nd minute get another handball shot when the corner comes in, heads out to Michael Ballack, who hits it first time, and Eto's turning his body away, but it hits there,
Hits up here.
right in front of, like, the referee is looking at it.
The ref has a perfect view of this one as well.
For me, that is the biggest obvious conspiracy theory that UEFA did that themselves. And for me, I personally give that a 5. What do you think? Because if you can't see this,
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like there's a lot of games where you could say like, oh yeah, the ref has match fixed or the ref has bottled it. A lot of the times it would be the fact that like it could be as simple as the ref hasn't seen it or as the liner hasn't seen it. Especially back in 2009,
before VAR.
like easy calls back then were missed because we didn't have the likes of VAR. I don't like VAR as it is at all. But
That's another debate.
It's the point of calls like that were easily missed back then. However, to miss the amount of calls he did, and I do remember the game, and I do remember the handball. The second one, I can partly understand it from the ref.
Second handball when he's like his body,
because he is making an attempt to pull his body away. Yes, his arms up. yes, it's obvious.
Right, fair enough.
But you can argue that one for the ref.
But
But
the
I'm
first
pretty
one.
sure the first one is so blatant.
So, out of
Again,
5, what are you giving it? 5 being definitely conspiracy theory, 100% true. 1 being nothing. 3 being maybe. Obviously, you got 4 and 2.
I'm giving 4.5.
4 point. That is
It's
mental.
not. It's not
That is
quite a 5.
mental.
I don't think there's enough
I tell
proof.
you what, Chelsea fans are going to
Definitely,
be fuming at you. Enough proof. I got proof from on days in this book.
I definitely think there was something dodgy going on. However, at the same time, no. I'm just. It's not convincing enough to be a 5 for
Oh,
me.
all right, fair enough. Maybe because
Not
maybe because it's one game, right? One game, yeah. Well, this
yeah.
next
Okay.
one, yeah, I got 2 games. I got 2 games in a row. Let's say you back 2002. We were
Oh,
3
this
and
is a while
4.
back.
So we can't remember it, but we've done I've done my research. I've sent you the video to watch it. Also, you've seen the video,
I've seen. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So round 16 versus Italy, yeah. South Korea co-hosting the World Cup, aren't they, with Japan?
Yeah.
Korea clearly fouled players throughout the game. Is that yes or no?
Oh,
Clearly, intentionally. There's
okay. Yeah.
elbows, there's high legs,
The
like ridiculous amount.
the stuff that was going on in them games is actually it's just
A disgrace to refereeing.
horrific. Yeah,
The
genuinely is.
referee yourself, that is shocking.
There's no way. It's half of them like they've not even been given as fouls, where I'm giving them as reds.
Exactly, right.
Like
So
because some of them are horrific.
Italy go 1-0 up, good header. The
Great
referee
goal.
can't.
Nothing we can do about
I got more. I wrote more Korea fouls after they go 1-0 up.
that. Yeah, obviously.
Korea get a goal right, and I don't know if you've seen it. I've watched this game right a few times now, and the ref like the way the ball comes in and it hits the Italian player like here, right? Falls the Korea player shoots. The referee goes advantage was he. I know for a
Yeah,
fact he's going for a penalty if he
he's
misses that.
he's ready. Yeah, and
He's
the arms down as
no
well.
exactly. So that would have been another controversial thing. So he's lucky. They're lucky it went in.
Yeah, because otherwise, I think that would have tipped the edge.
And this is one where it was like, this is so bad. But Totti sending off. When you were watching that, and I was on the phone to you earlier, there's no way
Oh my
that's not a
word!
dive, is it? That is
I can't.
not a dive.
I can't understand, and I'm pretty. If I'm right in remembering, it's like a double yellow as well. So he's booked him already once in the game.
Yeah, so it's a second yellow. So he got sent off for a second yellow, but
He got sent off for diving, and yet South Korea were throwing all of these tackles in and
exactly,
absolutely nothing.
exactly. What we got next? Italian's goal was disallowed after offside when I don't think it was offside at all.
Never,
No,
no, I
no
don't.
offside. So that would
Actually,
have been
wait. The Italian one is. This is the thing. Again, I can argue this for the line though. It's very tight.
okay. Well, I don't think it was, but fair enough. Obviously,
It,
Korea get a golden goal because back then it was like a golden goal, wasn't it? So if you score, you're through.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough, they got the golden goal, but so you could say, or one game. Like, if I just give you this one game, you could be like,
It's a bit like the
But
Chelsea game.
the Spain one's worse, I think. Anyway,
Yeah, I would agree. To be fair,
straight away, game starts, more fouling, more
awful.
yeah.
I think they were worse in the game against Spain than they
They were
are in the
called
one.
more because they were worse, but no booking or nothing, right?
No.
It's perfect Spain goal header, right? Ball comes in the box from a thingy. He heads it,
Not a
goal.
problem.
But they said something about he hit a player's head when jumping up. I don't know what the argument they've used for it, but no chances at this goal.
No.
More fouling. Second Spain goal was one of the worst disallowed goals I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
The ball gets played to, I think it's the right back. Let's say this is the line, just for people have not seen it. The ball's here. The ball's like 2 balls lengths. Well, probably a ball and a half length away from the line. No man going out, the actual line.
Clear. Yeah.
And he flies it in, the guy
so
heads it
obviously
in.
not out.
And honestly, it was so embarrassing. And then Spain went 1-1 with the keeper, clearly onside. Got a flag for offside.
And this is the one where I have a problem with it because the lino has got it.
So twice. He did it twice as well. Twice he did that game.
It's to the point now where it's like you can't even use the element of to the naked eye it would have been tight because
it's not tight.
So obvious. It is not.
And I mean, obviously, Korea won a penalty. So to me, this could be a lot more obvious than the Chelsea one. I mean, I thought the Chelsea one was clearly obvious. I thought I'd give Chelsea the 5-1, but you've seen these refereeing displays, these two here, right?
Yeah.
What are
South
you giving
Korea,
it out of 5?
it has to be 5.
5, yeah?
It
100%.
has to be 5. Just
Thank you. We got a 5
it's
points.
horrific how
Yes.
bad, how one-sided it is, and it's not even a case of like bad refereeing calls. It's the fact that the South Korea players were literally just doing whatever they wanted
Mm-hmm.
and being
100%.
called for absolutely nothing.
Right, so we got a
The
5
fouls that were,
and a 4.5 so far.
I feel good.
Right, so we've got altogether we've got 10 conspiracy theories. The next few are still refereeings, but this is about 60s, 70s, and 80s. And a lot of people say this was against Italian team called the Golden Fix. Some people called it, or just against English teams in general. So I'm going to give you 4 examples from 4 different teams from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Right?
Yeah. Again, just want to say, back then,
We can't see
yeah,
much footage, so we can't. We're going
yeah,
on
it's
people's
difficult accounts.
accounts, but like proper journalism accounts and like And to be fair, a lot of
Most
these
official
referees
accounts.
have been done years down the line for match fixing and other
Okay.
games. So, but I'll
That's
get to that when it
interesting.
comes to it. So we'll start off with the 60s. Brian Granville, I think I got that right, I'm not sure, a writer, a well-known English writer back then, called it the Golden Fix, which he explained that allowed Italian's team an advantage on other teams around Europe, right?
Okay.
He said an example of this would be Liverpool led 3-1 in the first leg against Inter Milan, but they went away to the San Siro and lost 3-0, right? But in that 3-0 defeat, apparently, 2 goals were for Milan were suspect, maybe, and
Shouldn't have counted.
a Liverpool goal that was legitimate, like nothing was, no one could see anything wrong with it, was called off. That would have been the away goal to get them through, right?
Do we have a reason? Yeah, see, that's interesting because they only needed the one, and then they
Yes.
were throwing
I
away
think
goals.
away goals counted by then, didn't they? Or did they not?
Yeah, I think
But even if they didn't, it would still been enough
it's
on
still
aggregate
enough to take.
extra time.
Yeah. So,
Um,
is there a reason as to why that goal's disallowed?
couldn't
An
find it.
official
No,
account.
no, I don't think there is. Back then, they didn't do. They didn't have to do reports, did they? Back then, in the 60s.
Right. Okay.
You know, they have to do match.
Interesting.
We don't have to do that now, did they?
Yeah.
We go to
No.
the 70s, right? I'll give them all, and you can tell me what you feel about people against
Okay.
England. We'll go down there 52. Right, Derby.
Mm.
1973 semi-final against Juventus, another Italian team. See the theme we're getting here.
Yeah.
Peter Taylor said that he saw I'm so bad with names, honestly, it's shocking. Hemlet Haller, the Juventus player, in the official's office at half time. And many have said that like that refereeing was bad though, that game. Like many have said that, bro. A lot of people said that Derby robbed that game.
It's
Another
dodgy
one,
that he's in the old changing room.
it is dodgy, isn't it? That is bad. At half time as well.
Normally it's the other way round. Ref will come and check on you,
You should
like as the
never go in the
manager.
officials, exactly.
No, never.
Leeds in 1973 was against AC Milan, another Italian team. Milan,
Bit of a
Milan,
trend.
Milan scored the winner directly from an indirect free kick. You can't score from that; you have to pass it.
Have to
But
pass.
they scored from straight away from that, right? Leeds had several Stonewall penalties waved off. We use Stonewall like not even like that; they were Stonewall, like obvious. From a lot of articles I've read. Also, a very harsh red card for Leeds. The ref who reffed that game, Christos Michu, was later banned for refereeing from taking bribes, but for different games.
Mm.
And the last one
It's the fact that
involves
he
out.
has took bribes,
Yeah, not for that. Never confirmed for that one, but
but
for our last one, we're
track
actually
record.
going to Belgium for this one. Anderlecht bribed UEFA Cup semi-final referee, apparently. So apparently, Anderlecht officials. So I'm guessing that means like chief executives and stuff like that.
Top of the board, kind of.
Were seen skewing in and out of referees' dressing room before the second leg against Nottingham Forest after losing 2-0 at the City Ground. They won 3-0 at their ground after a dodgy penalty was given for them and a perfectly allowed goal for Forest was denied. In 1997, the Anderlecht was banned for a year for bribing referees in the 80s. So some proof
Again,
some of
track
these.
record.
Exactly. Now, from obviously, I can, like I said, all these games I've read match reports, so I can't be honest, I've not seen it, so I can't tell you my honest
Yeah,
opinion.
this is the
But
thing
when
that
I,
gets difficult.
exactly, bro. But when I spoke to my granddad about the Nottingham Forest game, he was certain that it was fixed. Well, obviously, maybe because the Forest fan is biased. But I thought, what do you think of that? I'll give you 4 incidents 3 Italians from the 60s and 70s,
Yeah.
and 1 Anderlecht. The 2 of them referees got done.
I've got like 2 sides to this now.
Okay, go on. Hit me with
Like over here,
yeah.
there's my like sensible part of the brain that's like, come on, like back then, there's no real match reports, never like really written, only like journal articles or the newspapers, things like that. You've not got much TV broadcasting. If you have, it was of very poor quality.
Yeah.
I can imagine the officials back then were of no quality.
Yeah.
The rules, not as well developed. Laws of the game, not as well developed. You've got things like ball quality, pitch quality, ground quality. There's so many aspects back then that could have made a game seem fixed / dodgy / wrong call made. However, for me, there's too many trends.
Yes.
3 Italian sides. Was it Liverpool, Derby, Forest? 3
No,
British
Leeds,
sides.
Liverpool, Derby.
Leeds, Liverpool, Derby. Against 3 Italian teams. Again, trend. The other trend I noticed was every time we're going to the Italian leg, it's the English side that have got the lead. The English side.
Well, I think in all of these, the English side did have a lead, apart from, I think the Leeds game was a final, I believe. But the Forest had a lead.
Okay, yeah.
Liverpool had the lead. And I believe Derby also had the lead as well, I think.
It's almost like the officials, or like the officials of the club, i.e. like the executive, the owners, chairman, however it was ran back then, it almost seems like a desperate attempt to save the tie by getting the ref on side.
Exactly.
And another thing that gets me back then is, obviously back then, like financially, football not as well developed, not as much money in the game. I'm probably going to. Yeah, I'm probably going to guess. I don't know, but I'm going to guess that refs didn't get as much wage as what they did. No. I think the gap between like ref and footballer. I mean, I know they're pretty big. I know refs get a lot of money now, but back then, I bet refs hardly earned anything. And that way, you got big clubs like Milan who did back then have the money.
Yeah, true. So,
officials
I know 4 things. So, would you say, especially about English sides, were badly refereed or cheated out of a lot of silverware? Out of 5, what are you giving it?
4. Because I do think something dodgy was going on. I do think it's too suspicious, and I do think there's too many trends. However, it's just a lack in evidence. It's too long ago.
Exactly. Well, I thought I'd put a little point here that I just want to say to like people that listen to this podcast, that like people that are anti all what we just said, right, is that I put, with all referees' theories, obviously people can turn around and say, but Forest, Liverpool, Leeds, Derby and Chelsea and Spain and Italy should have all finished their chances and defended better when it came to the thingy, which is so true. Like, that is so true. Like, watching the Chelsea game, Drogba could have was on a one-on-one, should have scored, but the referees can't control what's going on like that. What they can control is key decisions like penalties, disallowing goals, and they can also disturb the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
Spain scored 2 goals and they're both disallowed. I'm like, Spain are going to be like, mentally, what does that do to you?
You give someone a red card, not only is it, and it's unfair, not only are the rest of the team like hot-headed, now you've got to change your tactics, you've got to change your formation. How you've trained all week with 11 men and it's now 10 men. So everything changes with a referee's decision.
Exactly.
And like, as a referee, like if there's one thing I've noticed, not that I've made wrong decisions, but the one thing you can notice is when you make the right call and you send someone off, or you give someone a card, or someone gets a double yellow, does something silly, or you give a play one way, until you're actually a ref and you're in control of them situations, you then see how much you impact the game. And it's scary just how much a referee can impact a play, can impact a player's mindset, a team's mindset, the way they attack, the way they defend.
Couldn't agree more, bro. But yeah, so that's our referee part of the thing. The rest of these conspiracy theories are different ones now, right?
Okay.
Some of these I do not believe in at all, right? So like some of these I've just picked up, I saw these, I was like, oh my God, I've got to get this on the podcast because this is fucking entertaining.
Bizarre.
Bizarre. So the next one we're going to look at is Johan Cruyff's pool party. And that was a headline that appeared on the German tabloid the day before the World Cup final in 1974.
Big game.
Now, well, exactly. Holland versus West Germany. Exactly. Now, did this pool party happen? Yes. Did it happen? So this tabloid was released the day before the final, right?
Right, okay.
And they're saying it happened the night before, so like 2 nights before the final, right? Did it happen on that night? No, it happened a week ago, right?
Right, so it was...
So it's about... They made out like it was 2 nights before the final, but it wasn't. It was a week
Yeah.
before. Was Cruyff there? No, Cruyff was not there. Some Holland players were, but Johan Cruyff wasn't, right? One of the best players ever lived. Some arguably say the best. But due to this article that was released the day before the final, that night, a lot of players, including Johan Cruyff, had to plead for their wife and tried to explain to them, was all night arguing with their wives.
Not happy.
About what happened.
Mm.
Didn't happen. When should have been getting resting for the World Cup final the next day.
The last thing you need before...
And shot, they lost 2-1 in the final, and the Dutch have always blamed it on that article made by the German newspaper the day before the Cup final.
That's a huge... I mean, it's very sly by the German tabloid. At the same time, I don't think there's anything against doing it.
No, but as I'm studying journalism.
Is this your area?
One, they've lied about when it happened. That's false invitation. 2, they've been out. Cruyff was there when he wasn't.
Yeah, again.
3, in my eyes, I think this was dirty tactics by the Germans.
It's very, very dirty. It's very, very sly. And I mean,
it's not wrong, but it is wrong, if that makes sense. Like, they want the party, but their argument could be like, "Oh, we got misinformation." That will be without a doubt, knowing press and journalism, that will be their argument. We got given misinformation.
Yeah, completely agree.
But so the headline, before you give it a rating, was titled "Cruyff, Champagne and Girls." That was the headline.
I mean, if you're him and you're the rest of the squad before the final,
you got your missuses having a go at you. Something you have not done.
She's on the phone. She's not having it.
Moral of the story: don't have a missus. No, I'm joking. But what? Out of 5, what are you giving at them? 5, 100% definitely happened, or 1?
Yeah,
coincidence.
It's a 5. It's definitely dirty.
Oh.
It's definitely happened.
And you believe that's an excuse for them to lose a final?
Germany, yeah. I think
Oh,
Germany knew exactly what they were doing, and back then, a player would definitely have took their mind over and gone, "Oh, bloody hell." Because instead of thinking about tactics, instead of thinking about what the player's doing, you're now thinking, "Well, am I going to have a home? Am I going to have a wife to go back to?"
Yeah,
so many problems.
Good point. Fair enough. He gave that a 5. I'm going to give it a 4. Because I've ranked 5 as South Korea and Chelsea.
Okay.
I ranked this one as a 4, and I've ranked the English team as a 4. I think it's on the same level. So the next one, some more cheating going on. With the females, everyone can tell was cheating on one side. So I'll paint the picture again. 1990 World Cup, round of 16. So Argentina versus Brazilian. 2 rivals. Maradona was at his peak. You know what I mean? Unbelievable player.
Yeah.
Bruno Salelco, again, rubbish with names. Brazilian left back, who was marking Maradona at the time, believes to this day, and believed that Argentina's physio, one of you lot, Minju, I can't say that.
We'll whack it on the screen. The names are just
I'm shocking, so I do apologise. Di Lorenzo was his last name, so I got that bit. Gave him a water bottle that had tranquilizer in it. And he complained 2 days later, the left back did, saying that he felt dizzy and felt sick after having the water bottle that was given to him. Basically, what happened was a Brazilian player got fouled. So, when there's a bit of a break in the stoppage, obviously they offer you water bottles, don't they? So, he was like, "Oh, I'm guessing he must have said, "Oh, I'm thirsty," so this is, "Oh, I have this," or offered it him.
You're not going to think there's going to be tranquilizer in your water bottle.
In
Let's be real.
2005, Maradona said on national TV in Argentina, "I'm not saying it didn't happen, while trying not to smile." So he's not saying it did happen, but that might as
But
well
he's
said
not
he
saying
did
it
happen
really is.
because he smiles like I'm not saying like if I said to you, was there tranquilizer in that water bowl? You'd have been like, no. The
No,
fact that
you
it
just
didn't happen,
confirm.
basically, for me, that confirmed to happen. So I'm going to give it a 5. What do you think after the evidence I gave you?
Yeah, it's difficult. Was there any proof that came out from it?
There was never any proof. But the investigation, obviously, like the water bottle was gone by that point.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Given the fact of like it could have. The thing that gets me is it came on a couple of days later.
Well, he
That just.
said no. He said no. It happened at the game, but he didn't tell anyone until like 2 days
Oh
later.
right, okay. Oh.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so he said that it happened in the game, but he didn't tell anyone until 2 days later.
And that's when he knew it. Okay.
That's when it clicked in his mind what happened.
I mean, it could have been down to other factors. Could have been food before. It could
Also,
have been
how
like,
good Maradona is. This might have been an excuse to try.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Could be something like fatigue. It could be him trying to cover up if he's not played well.
So what do you give that then? Out of 5?
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Because of what Maradona said on TV, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
fair enough. And he's a
if
cheating bastard.
yeah, if he's not said that on if he's not said that on telly, then it's maybe a 4, maybe even a 3.5. But when
So,
the other
so
when the other
far,
player comes out and says that,
conspiracy theories, they're pretty high. They've done pretty well so far, aren't
we've
they?
done
Now,
all right. I'm impressed.
the next few, we're scraping the barrel. We are scraping the barrel.
It's lower than low.
This one isn't scraping the barrel, but the one's after all. But the next one, it's titled Lasagna Gate. Yeah, I know.
Food.
Yeah, it's to do with food. It's to do with food.
Okay. I mean, I'm all ears.
So I'm going to pitch again. I'm going to pitch it to you, and you can tell me if you like it or not. 2006, right? Spurs were 4th with 1 game to go. They had to play West Ham, right?
Oh.
Arsenal were 5th, and I have no idea who they played, but they won their game. Tottenham lost their game, right? But everyone's thinking, well, where's the conspiracy? So then Arsenal got 4th, Tottenham got 5th. But this is where it gets interesting. The night before, the whole team decided to have a hotel the night before. Not like because they were at home, but we don't normally do that. It was just because it was such an important game the next day to make sure we get 4th for the first time in years. Before they get the team focused, which is fair point. A lot of teams do that, right?
A lot of teams do that. Yeah, it's a good little cohesion. It's a good way to get the players.
The whole team had lasagna, right? At the hotel. Well, most of them did, yeah. Half the team next day had the shits. No word of a lie. This is right. And to this day, no one knows what happened. But there's conspiracy theory around that it was Arsenal fan who was a chef. But maybe it was a badly cooked lasagna.
Yeah, this one's difficult.
Or, I don't know, man, because Spurs and Arsenal hate each other. And it's just a bit coincidence how the half a team got the shit.
I mean,
someone has, like, if that is deliberate, someone's going to have to know that pre. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the thing.
And also, can you even get dodgy lasagna that bad? Because I don't think you can. Because it's only like pasta and cheese, isn't it? And a bit of mince.
Yeah, I suppose so. But at the same time, like,
for me,
food poisoning.
Yeah, true. Food poisoning.
Food poisoning is food poisoning. Like, it could be anywhere in the.
Could the food poisoning come 24 hours later, though?
I guess it can.
I thought normally it's a few days.
I've never really had food poisoning that bad.
I had dodgy prawns once. That's why.
Oh, it does sound like it was a dodgy bit of food. You can't dispute that.
Yeah, definitely lasagna. But what we're asking you,
dodgy.
Is
now it's a case of has it happened out of sabotage,
yes.
i.e. the chef?
Maybe.
However, I think that's very fine. Yeah, I think that's very fine-fetched, given the fact that normally when clubs do these kind of like, right, we're going to go to the restaurant the night before, we're going to go to this, and a lot of clubs, I'm aware, pick hotels because the hotel will give them a floor, give them a room, give them a quiet space out of the way. So no one's really going to know they're there.
True.
And
Apart from chefs who may be Arsenal fans.
yeah, I just feel like it's a bit of a clutch at
Right
straws.
then. So what are you giving it out of 5 then?
I'm giving it a 3.
3.
I'll
Do
split
you
in
know
the
what?
middle.
I
I
actually,
can see,
I actually was
can
going to go for a
see-
3 as well. I thought you were going for a 2.
yeah,
For a 3.
I can see how it could be dodgy. Again, like you said, Spurs, Arsenal, rivals.
Massive rivals,
The
yeah.
chef could be an Arsenal fan, might easily.
Yeah. Fair enough, right. So we'll go for 3, yeah. So that's how low we got so far. Next one. Number 8 we go to. Ronaldo and the World Cup final in '98. We're talking about Brazil and Ronaldo, not obviously Christian.
Yeah, yeah.
So the night before the final, when they were facing France,
hmm
he had a fit before that night, and like I think one of his teammates had to like make sure he wasn't swallowing his own tongue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Throughout
probably.
in the game, he played the game, but you could clearly tell he wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? Like he wasn't physically there, mentally there. There was 2 conspiracies for this. One, Nike forced him to play, and because it was the biggest stage of them all, Brazil versus
Yeah,
France.
big
Uh,
game.
yeah, you had the likes of Zidane, Henry, and then you obviously had Ronaldo, who
Yeah,
Ronaldo back then was the poster boy of football, really.
yeah, of course,
He was the poster
absolutely.
boy of Brazil, right? So that's one theory. The other theory, which I can't really get behind it, but I'm going to tell you this, tell viewers, because it's what I learned, was that Brazil was forced to throw the final by using Ronaldo, who was not fit enough to play, so they could get an easier group in 2002 in South Korea, which obviously they won that year, and to host the World Cup in 20 years. Now, to me, I can't see a team blowing a final for an
No,
easier leg in the next World Cup and hosting it.
no, for me, that one is a big clutch at straws.
Agreed. So, what do you think about the night one then?
However, the Nike one is definitely a avenue to explore. Given that, I mean, you take firstly the scale of the game,
Yeah.
2 big clubs. A World Cup final is a World Cup final, regardless of who's involved.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the best players of every nation. So whoever's in that final, there's going to be high caliber players in it.
Agreed.
Even the fact that it's Brazil and France, and like you said, not only is it like high quality players, but it's arguably the best players at that time. The likes
100%.
of
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You've
Agreed.
also then got to take into account the time frame, as in like what year it is. For me, that's sort of an era where, like you said, if it's Nike sponsorship,
There's so much power.
television's getting better.
Yeah.
Companies like Nike have a lot more money than everyone else back then.
Yeah.
It would be very easy for Nike to turn around to Ronaldo and say, "Look, mate, if you don't play this game, we'll chop you. Like we don't want you. We don't want you as an athlete. We don't want you endorsing our brand." And Ronaldo, if Nike have the power and the money that they did back then, I mean, they always are. They're a massive company.
Yeah.
Then, when a lot of smaller companies and organisations and clubs, just general population, I think the gap between like everyone else compared to big companies was a lot larger than what it is
Yeah, back
now.
then, definitely. Yeah, agreed. So, what are you giving it then?
I give that a good.
I'm going 2.
Really?
Because here's my argument, right?
Well, okay, let's do your argument.
He had a fit off the night before, but I was reading an article and it was like Ronaldo later on in his career, you start to realise had so many injury problems, like ridiculous. That's why his career would never like.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they gave him something or an overdose of something just to make sure his knees was working that affects him. Like I forgot what it was, but it was some sort of like something to help athletes back then. But the side effects are having fits. So maybe he's
Right.
on a
So
fit,
you
and the
just
next
think it
day
was a
he
side
just
effect
wasn't.
to,
Maybe he just didn't perform on the day.
yeah.
And
Could
people
have
use
just
it as an
been
excuse.
side
But
effects to
so for me, I give
medication.
it a 2. I do, but you were leaning more a bit higher, which I was a bit surprised about.
I would say it's a 3. I'd put it in the middle just because I can see it would, if someone turned to me and had proof and said Nike forced him to play, it wouldn't be a
Yeah,
surprise. Like it wouldn't surprise me because that kind of stuff happens all the time. But at the same time, like you can easily argue it both ways. You can easily argue it your way as well. So I think 3 sit in the middle.
Sorry for getting music in the background. My sister's playing music. So I'm sorry, I'll just take the time to turn down. So with the last two right now, these two, I've left the worst, not the worst, the most adventurous
Bottom of the
ones.
barrel. Adventurous. Okay.
Yeah, adventurous, like most creative conspiracy football theories I've ever heard in my life. Right? These ones, I was like, at first we were just going to do serious ones. I thought, no, let's throw a couple of funny ones in.
Throw it in there. Yeah, let's do it.
So, Aaron, which one do you want first? Do you want the Illuminati one, or do you want the Syria one? Which one do you want first?
Let's go Syria. Let's leave the Illuminati. I like the Illuminati, so let's leave them till last.
This one's brilliant. This one's my favorite. This is my favorite. Like original, like creative to turn this into a theory is mind blowing. Like, I don't know how they thought it. So when Messi was at his peak, well, when him and Iniesta were at the peak, yeah, and Barcelona, they were playing some lovely passing football.
Oh mate,
Amazing, beauty, like one of the best things you've ever seen. We've said that before.
yeah, absolutely.
They were sponsored by Qatar Airlines, weren't they? I don't know if they still are, but they were at that point. So,
Is it on the front of the shirt?
Yeah.
Shirt sponsor.
So, this is what Syrian rebels believed when they were in war, obviously with Syria, weren't they? Believed that the way they linked up play, so the way that I think it was like Iniesta to Xavi to Messi for a few goals, right? Because the way they played football through Pep, was a message to show them a map of how to smuggle guns into Syria, which helped them apparently get the guns in Syria to help against the war efforts.
And they said this worked.
They've said this worked, so they believe that it was Qatar Airlines sending messages through Barcelona's passing way that explain to them how they get. I mean, literally marked out as in Messi, Suarez, and honestly, mate, I couldn't believe it.
No, never.
Honestly, this is what they believe.
No way.
The rebels said they did.
I can't get behind that one bit.
No, neither can I.
No way.
So you're not giving it out of 5, no?
No, that's not even on the scale. That's
I
like
didn't. That is bad.
Oh my word! I can't believe they come out and say that.
So what are you giving it then? Is it going to be our first one?
Yeah, it's a 1.
I'll give it a 0. That's not even a theory, man. That's stupid.
I mean, like even Pep would never even let them.
I mean, it would make no sense anyway. They're just playing football.
No, exactly. Like even if you try and argue it again, there's no way you can win that. There's no way you can.
No chance.
That's so silly. Oh my god.
So, the last one you want to say which one last, right? Illuminati, right?
Go on. I'm intrigued now. You've got me.
I wouldn't be. This might be one of, if not the worst Illuminati theorists I've ever heard in my life. This is from people that believe in Illuminati, the people that are crazy about Illuminati.
Okay.
I'm going to take you back to 2014 World Cup, Brazil. Who was the poster boy for Brazil then?
Neymar.
Exactly, Neymar. According to this, in 2014, the World Cup quarter-final between Brazil and Colombia, right? Before they got played, Germany got battered 7-1. Neymar took a knee to the back, right?
Right.
Suffered a fractural vertebrae. Some people said he could be out, like not be able to walk in, but managed to recover in 4 to 6 weeks. So he did pretty well actually, but didn't return back to the game. Didn't return back to the game or the World Cup.
No.
But this is where Illuminati come in. Illuminati theorist claims that Neymar was never injured, and the man seen travelling to the local hospital wasn't Neymar. Instead, a stunt double, proven by missing some of his tattoos on the photo. So, like the photos they took, obviously, of him on the stretcher.
Oh, okay.
And him in the helicopter, where he's like so basically, like, I'm not gonna do it because my hair is shocking, but he like covers his face up with a hat, or I can't remember his hat, his arm, so you can't see his face. But like, alright, his tattoos, some of his tats up here aren't there. Now, what people don't realise is, I'm sure, like in photos, like everyone's different. So, like, if you're looking at me,
yeah, of course.
This hand's to use my left. I think is it?
Yeah.
It's my right.
You're on my left side.
Yeah, this is your. You think it's my left hand, but it's my right hand, right?
Yeah.
So on a photo, maybe this hand they thought was his right hand, might be his left hand.
Yeah. Could have been switched.
That's what they're going on. So they claim, but no reason why. Don't know why to this day, but they claim that Neymar decided not to play in the quarterfinal, get injured, and then his stunt double would be stretched off. And like, what I don't get is, one, how can, even if someone does look like, just like Neymar, you can't take someone's skill. Like,
no.
It wasn't like, if me and you got a twin, right? Me and you play football. We'd probably get away with it because we're too used to football.
Yeah.
Neymar was carrying Brazil to carried Brazil.
Yeah,
So
he was the man.
so you can't go still. And two, why would the guy that was so excited to have Brazil World Cup playing in his home country, and he could be the next Pele? That's what you know. I mean, everyone was like Neymar, wasn't it? It was all about Neymar.
Yeah, it was all him.
Why the hell would he get fake an injury?
No.
It wasn't even his sister's birthday. Like,
And-
in February, he goes sneaks away to see his sister because it's really wrong, and like he goes fakes an injury and then sees his sister's birthday. But, like,
And then at the same time, it's like, why do the Illuminati need Neymar to not play?
yeah, exactly.
Like,
So what are you giving that?
No link.
What do you think of that one?
It's a 1.
I'm 0 again.
Yeah, there's just no way you can like argue it. I mean, the photo, it could be. It could be.
I'll put the photo up so people can see what I mean. But
like you could put it down to so much. Like you said,
but again,
camera.
I mean,
Camera might have not even picked up his tattoos.
I mean, I say famous tattoos. I don't know what tattoos are on about. I don't know his tattoos. I don't know.
No, neither do I. If someone knows Neymar's tattoos that much, then maybe
you need a life. You need a life.
Bit sad. Yeah.
If you know someone's tattoos that much, I like your own tattoos.
That's a bit sad.
It's tragic.
Yeah, a little bit.
I gave you 10 different theories. So what's your? It's got to be the Neymar one.
What's my what? Sorry.
Worst theory.
Worst one. Yeah, probably the Neymar one. That's really silly. The Neymar and the Messi one, like the airlines one, they're just daft.
Shocking.
People are scraping the barrel with them. People are trying.
Your favourite theory or your most blatant theory? Was it South Korea?
South Korea.
Yeah.
I just can't believe they got away with that. I don't understand how that can be done, and people don't even bat an eyelid. People don't really know about it. People don't.
No,
I mean, maybe
people,
not.
Maybe
older people might remember it a bit more.
But not our generation, though. Not many do.
No.
Apart from I know that Henry, I go to uni with, he told me to have a look on it, so shout out to him. But yeah, there's still so many conspiracy theories. Like I could have put in, but I didn't. Like apparently the 1958 World Cup didn't happen. It was all staged by Hollywood. That's a different story. Obviously, you have Qatar and the 22 World Cup, which we basically know now was a bribe. Yeah. We knew that from day one. The moment they got thrown out high, it was like a nation that's never been to the World Cup.
No.
Against gays, against women's rights, doesn't have any football. I think they've got one football stadium, if that.
No affiliation there at all.
Yeah, no affiliation to football. If thousands of people have died making the stadiums, it's all morally wrong just for that.
Yeah.
Can't legally drink in that country, where football is football booze.
That's how it is. It's something we can dive into. If people like this, if people like the idea of these like football conspiracy theory, videos,
100%. We'll do some more because I love conspiracy theories.
And like the Qatar one, that's a great one that we can dive into deeper. And there's so many out there. I didn't realize how many there was until you actually.
No, exactly. Well, to that next episode, we're looking to actually bring on a guest, aren't we? We don't tell you who it is yet. We're looking to find our first guest, which we look forward to it. Different approach on football, a different opinion. But yeah, like again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. We're not seeing many podcasts talk about conspiracy theories about football. So
it was a good little angle to go down, wasn't it? It was fun as well.
We hope everyone's doing on quarantine because we know it's kind of shit. Make sure obviously you'll follow our socials at the official FRS on Twitter and Instagram. But every day we do random football fact of the day, which day was about. Well, we're filming this on Tuesday, and it was Ronaldo and Messi's age difference, same as their sons. Yeah, which was an interesting one. And we've also done random stadium, and we did Braga Stadium. I won't tell you why that's our random stadium. If you go over check on our Instagram and Twitter, you'll see why we chose it.
I actually love that stadium. The more I look at it, the more I
feel it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a unique one. I'd fully recommend go looking at it. But every day we'll do that, won't we? So
yeah, just posting.
Olympics and facts. I get the stadium, and we just interact and just make sure you have still got content every day. And so this podcast should come out on a Wednesday. We hope. The next podcast will probably out the weekend. So thanks for coming on again, Owen.
Yeah, no, enjoy it as always. It's fun to dive into some conspiracy theories.
Agreed. Make sure you also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. like the video. Also, tell us in the comments which theories you believe, which ones you didn't.
Yeah,
It's been
it's always
another
good to know.
podcast on Front Row Seats. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.